The boomers all got one-shotted by Hollywood and have lived their entire existence in the wrong reality. It's sad, really. Nothing we could do to reach them. They aren't even really there. We might as well view them as a fading hologram, a residue of analog days. Still holding on, but for how long? Piers Morgan interviewed Nick Fuentes, and it's pretty funny. I didn't watch the interview. I don't really watch Piers Morgan, except for clips that will pop up in YouTube. And I don't watch Nick Fuentes because I'm not that demographic. But I watched this person's video about it. I'll show it right here. And boy, oh boy. Just to get it out of the way, I am not a feminist. I believe in patriarchy. I'm also not a groyper. I fall kind of like in the Douglas Wilson camp as far as all that goes, where you kind of get you kind of understand why people are falling into these terrible ideologies, because there's obviously other terrible ideologies, and yes, there's a problem with some influence with Israel. Now, Douglas Wilson might not say that. I'm adding more on that. Eschatology, though, is probably more like Jeff Durbin. And Steve Gregg. I'm kind of between that. Anyways, so that's what I think about that. But I think, like, when it comes to like the Jewish question, I think you should leave them alone. Except we should also probably take away dual citizenship. That's also beneficial for like Mexicans that are here too. That's obviously a problem for people from other countries that seem to want to not let go of those other countries. So now that you understand where I stand with all that, I wanted to break down the cultural amazement, the cultural phenomenon that happened between Piers Morgan, the boomers, and Nick Fuentes, because like I don't think Piers Morgan can actually conceptualize the poop he keeps stepping on. Like, he keeps letting a bag of poop on his own front yard and doesn't understand why he's got poop on his shoe. And I don't think he gets it. I just don't think he gets it. So for one thing, if everything is true about what is talked about his wife saying these things online, like, bro, like, yo, you out of anyone should not have used that angle, because she like flirts a lot, and it's just I don't think he understands how that reads in today's current climate. I do not think he is at all connected to what's going on out there. But anyways, because even his idea about like shaming Nick Fuentes for being a virgin and shaming large groups of people for being a virgin doesn't work for most groups, not just even the religious groups or the far right Zoomer groups, but it doesn't also even work for the feminist groups that don't believe in shaming people for, you shouldn't be mean types, right? So anyways, it made me think why like these two different worlds have collided, these two different dimensions have converged and met on this show. And it's basically like this. Okay, so when I wrote the beginning part of this video and I asked AI what it thought I was saying, it actually mistook my references for meaning blue pill, red pill, and Matrix. And so I explained it to them, and I thought, well, I might as well also explain it to you guys, so that way, just in case you didn't get the references, you'll get the references. So, when I said one-shotted, I was referencing how rich and spiritual Play-Doh character yuppies are going to South America to try ayahuasca because Rogan and the celebs said that they should. But it one-shotted them and melts their brains, so they quit their job, divorce their spouse, and join a desert cult somewhere. So that reference only lands if you're online a lot and you saw that post that funny man made explaining this phenomenon. Maybe one-shotted existed before that. I don't know. I haven't been in the drug world since I was 16, so that was a long time ago. But anyways, this is in reference to the influx of drugs and the celebration of drugs that the boomers had while coming up. Hollywood was there with the celebs to promote free love, anti-Christian, anti-family, anti-American values. So while they had their brains melted from the drugs, they were also indoctrinated into Hollywood's unnatural cult and have lived their entire lives with a virus script that no one else is reading from. So, think about it like this. Their ceremony was like Woodstock. LSD, birth control pills, Hollywood telling them, if it feels good, do it. And monogamy. Don't worship the Lord. Burn your bra. Stick it to the man. All of those tropes that like made them have terrible lives and raise terrible children. Which we are, terrible children. They came down from the trip convinced the script that they were handed was enlightenment, not indoctrination.
This is the largest group of people ever assembled in one place. The important thing that you've proven to the world is that 500,000 kids, and I call you kids because I have children older than you are, 500,000 young people can get together and have 3 days of fun and music, and have nothing but fun and music, and I God bless you for it.
We were gonna do a kind of a science fiction story, if you'll bear with us. It's about these people who are escaping the Holocaust, whatever it may be, and leaving it behind and escaping in the wooden ships.
Years later, they're still out in the desert, metaphorically or literally, insisting that the rest of us are the crazy ones for not joining the cult. So I gave this to Grok, however you say it, and it spit out something even more like brutal and funny, and so I'm going to share that with you. Grok said, they didn't just swallow the blue pill, they got roofied by Timothy Leary, had their ego dissolved by the Beatles in India, and will get permanently enrolled in the Church of Hedonistic Individualism. The ayahuasca yuppies are just the 2025 remix. Same one-shot ego death, same abandonment of all prior duty, same smug certainty that they've ascended while everyone else is still asleep. So anyways, hedonism is terrible, and everyone needs to go to church on Sundays and love Jesus with all of your heart, soul, and mind. Okay, goodbye.